Live, Laugh, Loot contains foul language, violence, drug and alcohol references, and irreverent humor. So if you're not a fan of all that, then don't watch the show. Okay, bye.
I have it open now. Are you happy?
No, I'm not happy.
I'm happy because I hit record. Did you hit record?
I hit record. Did you hit record?
I did.
I'm happy because I hit record.
Did I ask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got my dog here with me. I think I will.
Well, that's very good for you. I hope that dog is a good boy or girl, whatever. Previously on Live, Laugh, Loot, Detective Ozzy the Ostrich and cartoon star Felicia Fox continued their investigation into the disappearance of the Juggernaut, learning that he's backstage at the Entertainathon. But to get back there, they had to participate in a cosplay contest for backstage passes. After a bit of blundering around, they signed up and hastily assembled their costumes and got ready to strut their stuff, which, to put it mildly, failed miserably. And with the errant stench of corn dogs in the air, Ozzy went into a frenzy and jumped into the crowd, beating back security in the process. With the lead security guard acquiescing and handing them passes, they're off to the backstage area to find the Juggernaut and reunite father and child. So, you two have your backstage passes, you head into the backstage area. The room that you're in right now is just kind of a storage area. You see like there's some like maybe a few people like walking around carrying boxes. You know, they got lights and marquees all around, but it doesn't seem like much importance going on here right now. They're just kind of storing stuff that would be on the floor. To your right, you can see door marked security that appears to be locked. And in the center of this room, you can also see a big, wider door that leads further on in, which also appears to be locked.
I want like Felicia to just turn over to like Ozzy, be like, "Well, darling, you're the detective. You figure it out."
I'm not a keysmith. He goes to see if it's just unlocked.
All right, you try the door, and it does not open. You see a keypad next to it.
Hey, kid, you got any keys on you?
I'm going to do a quick flip to see if Carly has any keys on her. No, she does not.
Every time we take 10 steps forward, it's 13 steps back. I'm going to look around to see if I can notice if there's literally anything else he can do instead of backtracking, because my goodness gracious, is Ozzy not want to backtrack anymore.
I like how I have my little animation pocket. I can reach in and grab a key, but instead I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna go see how the ostrich handles this.
Well, I don't know that's a thing.
If there's gonna be a breaking and entering charge, I want it to be on him.
Yeah.
I want to be on the person with legal authority.
Well, I don't know if he has all that now.
Now, implied former.
Legal is the dubious word there.
It's a word.
Yeah. Ozzy, if you do want to look around for anything important, that'll be wit and investigation.
All right. So that's going to be 8 cards. Let's go. 1. Great. 2. 3. I love this already. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So, I have the Queen of Hearts.
Oh,
Good.
fun.
Good.
Another success. And a Joker.
I knew it!
Awesome.
Joker was the first card I picked.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So 3 successes all told, and a Joker.
Yep.
Cool. Ozzy, you do some investigating trying to find stuff, but you are not very discreet about it. Just imagine kind of what happened if an actual ostrich got loose in a backstage area where things are kind of loosely around. It's very bull in a china shop. But
Reminds
you do...
me of the fucking John Mulaney horse in a hospital bit.
Yes, it is very much exactly that. So much so that some people do stop to look at you like, hey, what the hell are you doing?
I just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not stopping.
Well, Ozzy, in the middle of your little chaotic search, you do manage to find a sticky note that was left behind on a table that seems to be a 4-digit combination. And you figure, that might work for the door we want to get into. But as you pick that up, some people are walking over towards you, and they look like it looks like they're going to try and get you to leave.
Do they mean business?
Oh, they mean hecka business.
Ozzy's gonna look back and he's gonna show his backstage VIP badge, not the detective one. Like, we're allowed back here.
I think just because you are being a little bit hectic, I think you need to do either charm or presence and persuasion to try and like diffuse the situation.
All right, we're doing presence and persuasion then, because I have no charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 success.
Excellent. Oh, and I also forgot, one of your ultimates, Wolf, is when you use a practice or a mastery skill for the first time in a session, you get +1 to it. Technically, we should have done that last roll, but you can do that this time, because you do have a practice in persuasion.
I do? You know, why not? Let's do that.
Why not?
It's another success. Let's go.
So how many all told?
2.
It was just a quick flip to see if they... Oh, well, they did a quick counter flip to see if they're, like, intimidated by you. No successes and a joker for them. So they're just kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, carry on. You guys with security?
Yeah.
He may be.
Darlings, he may be, but I'm the main attraction.
They're like, oh, yeah, you're Felicia Fox.
That I am.
Ozzy, your demeanor should have given them a warning of sign of like, this person should be escorted from the premises immediately. Instead, they feel like you have actual authority to be back here and to be like in command of something.
Gosh, darn right I do.
That's kind of the vibe that you elicited from them by virtue of succeeding at your persuasion and them jokering to take it in.
Okay.
So if you wanted to get even more information out of them, they do seem to be pretty susceptible right now to talking to you.
Ooh, okay. Would Ozzy ask about the Terminator or ask about any of the...
The Terminator?
Yeah, I mean, the Juggernaut. Same thing.
I love the Terminator.
Yeah, like, what? Anyway, was wondering, you ever heard about that old Juggernaut, right?
Oh, yeah, he was here a little while ago. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was back here.
Where'd he go?
I think he went into that room over there. He turns to the big doors that are still currently locked.
Y'all got the key for that one? I don't think they gave it to us.
Sorry, no one else is allowed in there except the head of security.
I don't think I asked that question. I said, do you have the key to get in?
No, I don't, mister. I'm sorry.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
Now, darlings, I need to talk to him real quick for a crossover possibility. You wouldn't happen to know someone who could help us get in, would you?
Felicia, I think that's going to be charm persuasion.
How about lying? Because I don't actually want to cross over the wrestler.
That's true. All right, so charm...
I do have points in lying.
Yeah, charm and lying.
So that's 5 cards.
That's fair, yeah.
2 jacks, the queen of clubs, and 2 failures. Sweet.
So what were you're trying to, like, get more information out of them, I guess, or, like, try and find, like, who would have access?
It's either A, they know something and they're not telling us, or B, they know someone who can help us and they're not telling us.
Right.
So I'm using their love as fans to basically, to our advantage.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't have the key on me, but I think if I ask my boss, Roland, he might be able to get you guys in.
Charmed. Could you please do that for me real quick, darling?
Yeah, sure thing. If you just give me a sec to call him up. He takes out his walkie-talkie and buzzes his boss on the phone. You have a free minute if you want to try that digit you got on the first locked door you came across.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Ozzy, you head to the door marked security. You tried that 4-digit combination you got on the keypad, and it works. You are able to enter in and take a quick look around. And I'm sure that this person you were just talking to sees you do that, but I think at this point he fully believes that you are either with security or you have authority to be back there. And plus, you were able to unlock the door, so obviously you belong in there. Because you persuaded the hell out of this person.
Let's go.
This is just sort of a small little security booth. It's sort of the stereotypical camera feed set up across the entire convention hall. You can see just kind of the conventions going along as expected. I think the one thing that catches your attention is that the main stage where you just were with the cosplay contest is currently being like swept up by some janitors because of the ruckus that just happened. But people are starting to kind of walk by and be like, everything's back to normal there.
As it should be.
There are some terminals in front of you that are currently on, and it looks like they need additional like hacking to get any information out of them.
Hey kid, are you good at computers?
Not really, but I can give it a shot.
Good luck, kid.
All right. Carly, who I'm going to assume has been riding on your back, because that's just kind of her default mode of transportation right now, I guess, hops off, sits down at the computer. Let's see what she does. She got 1 success, which I don't think is enough. If anyone does want to boost that for Carly, I think that's got to be wit and computers.
Yeah, like I could help in that.
Yeah, Felicia's definitely not her strong suit.
She's gonna be sitting on the back of like a computer swivel chair with her little cartoon cigarette holder.
I'll help out with some wit.
All right.
So that's gonna be 4 cards then. Love it. Not a single success.
Cool. Ozzy, you peck the keyboard a bit, putting in some inputs, and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Not do anything.
It's like fucking. It's like in the Henry Stigway collection. Charles tries hacking the satellite. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's basically that. I think between you and Carly's 1 total success, you do not hack into this terminal. You have incorrectly inputted the password too many times. You are locked out for some time.
I tried.
You hear a knock on the security door, and it's the guy you were just talking to. He's like, hey, so Roland says that no one under any circumstances is allowed back in the warehouse right now, so I'm sorry. I don't think I can help you get in.
Am I in the room with them, and did they enter the room they were just breaking into, or?
Well, they just sort of like are behind you now, just being like, hey,
You're not supposed to be in here?
No, they don't say anything like that, but they, you took the opportunity while he was calling his boss to check out the other room, the first one you saw.
Oh, please, darling. There's nothing you could do to help a girl out.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but, I don't have the key, and, the only one who can give it to you says that no one's allowed back there, so don't think I can help you there.
And did you tell him who specifically sent you?
Oh, I did, and he seemed really upset to learn that it was you two, actually, weirdly enough.
Ozzy's gonna look at the kid and then look at Felicia, and he's like, what did you two do?
Do I look like some dumb Dora to you? I've done nothing. I'm just looking to make a little bit more dough.
He said something about that fox and ostrich duo who caused all sorts of trouble at the cosplay contest. I don't know, I'm just...
an ostrich.
Look, I didn't do anything. That was all him. Now I'm here. I want to talk to this juggernaut, and that is it.
There's no way inside the rest of the warehouse except for, like, going through the front door. That's the only way I know how.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
I'm
Oh,
worried.
boy.
Ozzy's gonna, like, cock back, and he's gonna say, alright, everybody move out the way.
So you head out of the little security room. You head towards the other bigger door.
I'm
What you
running
gonna
full
do?
force.
Yeah, okay, so you're ramming it.
I am ramming it 100%.
That is going to be brawn and melee to bust open this door.
Great, I have only brawn. Let's go. Oh, but I have the club.
Yeah, sure, I'll let you use that.
Yeah,
as,
I'm
like,
gonna
sort
swing
of a
the club.
brace.
1, 2. I got two successes. That is much more than I was anticipating.
All right, I'll do a quick flip for the door. Ozzy, you've managed to dent the front of the door, but it doesn't seem to be any more or less open.
Meh, I tried.
Carly's gonna be like, hey, maybe I can do it. I'm strong. I'm a big girl. I can do it.
She is made of rock. It's possible.
I think Carly's gonna try and do the exact same thing you did, Ozzy. She's learning from her new parents. And got 2 successes, one of which is the Queen of Hearts.
Fun.
Oh, okay.
Carly just does the sort of like Scooby-Doo style run in place and runs headlong into the door, bursting it open, and then skids to a halt. And Carly's like, ta-da!
There's 2 things that have gone through Ozzy's head when this happened. 1, he's like, that was badass. And 2, now he's like, shoot, killing your dad's gonna be hard.
Felicia's jaw just like drops to the floor.
Oh, he didn't say that. He's thinking it, though.
Oh, okay.
He's not gonna say it.
I sure hope that when we all are done with this and we're all alive at the end of this, we can all go out for ice cream, Carly says.
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh,
Ozzy,
boy.
take 5 emotional damage. This is unblockable emotional damage, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just... I need that ticket. Anyway, alright.
Well, with everyone's conscience in full order, you can head into this big room. This is the, like, shipping and receiving part of the building, so it is, like, a small warehouse where you can see extra chairs and tables that this convention doesn't necessarily need. Rows upon rows of it. Not, like, Home Depot or IKEA big, but just that kind of style cramped down into one space. You can't see anybody of note right now, but you do sort of hear some activity towards the other side of the room.
I'm gonna go see what's going on.
I think just because this is an area where you weren't necessarily supposed to get into, even though this is backstage, I think to get around you are going to have to do a sneaking roll. intelligence and sneaking. And this is for everybody. Everybody has to do this.
Okay, great.
I need to draw intelligence and sneaking, you said?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm not intelligent, so that's one card. And I have
Weird flex, but okay.
no sneaking, so I can't draw anything for that. And I'm healthy, so I can draw one more card. I got one success in the form of a jack.
Carly also got one success.
I also got one success.
All right, the three of you are adequately sneaky. You do manage to kind of shuffle along one of the rows of boxes. Looks to be on the other side of the room, there's an elevator, but you can't quite see if the path to it is clear or not. You don't see anything else of note from where you're standing right now.
Okay, so there's nothing.
There's nothing that you can see, but you don't have the best vantage point.
Hey, Felicia, can you turn to, like, I don't know, like anything?
And what do you mean by that, darling?
I don't know, can you, like, shapeshift into, like, say, a butterfly or something weird and fly around?
I'll have you know, not every toon can do that. I was not designed to be a shapeshifter. I was designed to take a beating and go on fun adventures. I am not that kind of toon.
You fight?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I enjoy a good scrap every now and then.
Go see if now is one of those times. He's gonna, like, kind of nudge Felicia to, like, kind of go forward to look around.
Are you trying to get me chilled off, you stupid bird?
What'd you call me?
You heard me.
Nobody calls me a bird. And he, like, immediately, like, sits up and just walks out.
Where? Where are you going?
Is it just...
He's leaving him. He's going the other way.
I'm sorry. He's giving up on the job because I called him a bird.
Yep.
But to clarify, you're not walking back the way you came, right? Or are you?
Oh, he is.
Oh, okay. Ozzy, you storm out.
I can't. The man makes a general rationalization of my character. Gets insulted back, and then it's like, that was too far.
Ozzy is a very fragile character, it seems.
We can tell.
Yeah, he's very emotional.
He's a very soft dick.
Hey.
Dick is short for detective.
I am aware.
Okay.
You better hope you didn't say that. Ozzy's already feeling pretty bad.
Or I mean, he did just get... Yeah, his emotions are gone right now.
Ozzy, a little, like, small, like, storm cloud appears above your head as you huff off. Carly looks up at you, Felicia, and is like, what'd you say that for? That was mean.
He was racist to me! Besides, we don't need him.
She does like that other cracking her fingers thing.
I can get through this, no problem.
Kai's like, oh, I hate it when mom and dad are fighting.
That's where we're gonna find your dad.
Okay. Still, like, looking back at Ozzy, who I assume is not looking back at them, because he's too angry.
Alright. I just want to walk straight forward, like, helpless abandoned. If there's any actual traps or thing, just walk straight into it.
Alright. Felicia, you walk forward through the warehouse. When, out of the blue, you hear some heavy machinery turning on. You look to your right, and you see coming at you is a forklift.
Oh no, I'm not certified. Like, we're talking, like, fast enough like it's supposed to be attacking me, or just in passing?
Yeah, no, it is heading towards you, but it looks like you have been spotted by somebody.
Can I just sort of, like, squish down to, like, a pancake as they just go over me?
Sure. I think that'll be agility and... I don't know
athletics?
if that would... Maybe athletics. Yeah, agility and athletics.
Okay. So let's see. It's because
I also do love, though, that you yelled at Ozzy for saying, hey, I don't shapeshift, and you are immediately shapeshifting.
He wanted me to transform into, like, a bee or something. He wanted me to change my entire entity. I'm just sort of Okay. I'm not changing my entire identity. I'm just sort of squishing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to change your face. It's a very famous face.
Yeah. I may cross-dress and wear costumes, but I do not go that far.
Yeah. You got an image to protect.
Yes. Also, I have 3 successes.
Okay. So this person charged at you with the forklift, and you just sort of instinctively just shrink down into a little puddle as he gets closer. I'm going to say that he does, quote-unquote, run over you, by which I mean you are unharmed, but he goes over your shrunken body. You pop back up to regular size, and the person on the forklift looks back at you and is like, hey, you weren't supposed to dodge my attack.
What's the big idea with that?
This guy stops his forklift, puts it in reverse, and is coming at you again, Felicia. But you can hear beep, beep, beep.
It's a forklift, so it won't actually get up to speed to do anything. At
no.
most, he'll just like aggressively push me.
I assume that would get Ozzy's attention,
Yeah.
like to hear forklift. And am I able to see the forklift?
Not from where you are, but Carly does come running back to you and is like, Ozzy, they're gonna kill her with a forklift.
Those animals. I'll kill them first.
First the
Damn.
corn dogs, and now this.
Ozzy, your mind casts back to the forklift murderer.
The forklift murderer, who's also brother to the corn gosh.
The corn dog snatcher and the forklift murderer.
I can just imagine the forklift one.
That one got me to where I am today. Never again.
They tried to kill me with a forklift.
You know how I got these scars?
You have 2 giant forklift scars in your body. They thought I was a pallet.
Little did they know, I was the forklift.
You say that, and Carly's
Yeah,
like, what does that mean? As Ozzy, you head in the direction of the forklift
Oh, yeah.
noise.
As soon as he says that, he's on it.
You head further into the warehouse. The forklift is very slowly reversing towards Felicia. Again, slowly in reverse.
At 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. And you know what? Since it's in reverse, I have to imagine it probably can't go at its max speed, so it's less of a dangerous situation now, but you know.
At this point, I'm just gonna like walk to the side, just out of the way, and lean up against some boxes, just stare at the driver.
Sure. I think that's going to be another agility athletics. I'm going to say +1 because it's not going as fast. So you have a bit more leeway.
4 + 3 + 1 more. 1 success, 2 success, and then you said some +1.
Yep.
So wait, do I draw another card, or is that just like +1 success by default?
Draw 1 more card.
Oh, okay. That was a failure. 2 successes.
All right. You don't have to do like a cartoon thing where you do the stretchy stuff like and then immediately warp. Yeah. As the forklift driver's like, cut that out. That's not right. I supposed to kill you with this or something.
Try again, you big palooka.
Ozzy, you arrive in time to see Felicia narrowly dodge this harrowing moment.
Now that I see him within sight, I want to immediately like get over dramatic, just sort of twirl around to a dust cloud. I'm now like tied up with a rope.
Help me, please help me.
If you do want to do that towards Ozzy, I think that is going to be a deception roll.
What do I need
Which
to do?
would be,
At least 2 for lying.
yeah, charm or presence and lying.
3 for charm, 2 for lying, 1 because I'm healthy, and I have 1 success. I got an ace.
All right, Ozzy, what is your intelligence?
4.
Oh, your intelligence is 4. Yeah, Felicia is trying to tell you that she's in very much danger, but she is very clearly not.
I mean,
Ozzy's looking at this, and he's just gonna shake his head and just like, always playing around with the forklift until it's too late. And then he's gonna like duck his head down, and like, you know how like you hear like ducks' little web feet like smack on flooring, like tile flooring. Pretty much that's what Ozzy's doing now. He's just running full force. You just hear the going straight for the guy who doesn't know how to drive this forklift.
So you're like running at him to do anything else, or just sort of be like, chasing him?
I'm trying to knock him out and take control of this forklift. So I'm just running and swinging my... Actually, wait. I'm running, and I want to turn it off using my telekinesis. I want to turn the key off, or put it in park. Put it in park.
I think that'll be wit and telekinesis.
All right. Yeah, that's what I keep forgetting that I have telekinesis.
Yeah.
even I did.
It's good to have, like, a little bit of telekinesis goes a long way. Same with telepathy,
Oh my
which you
gosh.
also have.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to anybody.
You're upset.
So I got 5 successes on that.
God damn.
One out of the 6 cards was a failure.
you channel your rage and your anger that's been building up with you through this entire journey and channel it as telekinetic energy. You sharpen your mind. You imagine the key in the forklift. Turning off the forklift, you are also able to launch it out of the ignition, hold it up in front of the forklift driver who's sort of looking like, huh? And then you would you like to attack him with the key telekinetically?
Oh no, I want it towards me.
Okay. You jerk the key back towards you. You now have the key to the forklift.
He bites it down, and now he has it in his mouth.
All right. This guy's going to be like, hey, hold on. He's just sort of processing what just happened, sort of scratching his head, how'd you do that from over there?
So when he says that, I was going to say, oh, I mean, I could show you. You just need to stand over here.
Where is over here? Where are you trying to get him to stand?
He's going to stop, and he's going to say, oh, you need to stand over here. We switch me spots.
All right, so you want him to be where you are, and you're going to, exchange positions now that you have the key?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be presence and lying, too.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good liar.
You are a very good liar, yeah.
And no successes and a joker.
You
have the anti-joker. You can stop this.
Okay, you know what? It's my apology for calling you a bird. I'll use the anti-joker.
All right, but no successes.
No successes.
Hey, I no need to stand there. I don't know why this guy is rapidly losing intelligence, but I no need to stand there to hear you talk. You talking now. Talk.
Oh. But what are you even doing on that thing?
Me been told to kill interlopers. Not sure what word means, but me assume that mean you.
Oh no, we're security. You can even ask those, well, they're in the other room, but you can even ask them that we're security.
Why you no look like security?
You need undercover security.
Okay, that's another lying flip, presence and lying. I'll also give you +1 because you do have a standard issue con security club.
Okay. Well, that didn't do anything. But I got 2 successes.
Maybe you telling truth, but if you security, why you no wearing security outfit?
Darling, do you think they make outfits that fit wings like that?
Ozzy, you stretch out and show your very impressive wingspan. At which point you also reveal your forklift scars, and the guy's like, hey, you got attacked by forklift too.
But, as well, you're not alone.
He lifts up his shirt and reveals his own forklift scars.
Now my question is, are they identical to mine?
Well, they're spaced out about the same, and I imagine that, in most forklift-related accidents, you probably got hurt in your front. So,
Oh, no. Ozzy would know the specific method that was used for these forklift murders, because they weren't just done free willy-nilly. There was always a pattern.
Well, you can, I think with your intelligence and also just, your history.
No.
This person was not targeted by a forklift murderer. It just seems like it was a freak accident. The scars do not seem consistent with the victims of that case. It just seems like this guy is really clumsy and or just not looking out.
You know the pain too.
We forklift scar brothers.
Not quite, but we're on the same journey.
Me been seeing support group, but me no know of continue meetings.
They don't do shit. Anyway, now that we, know that we're cool, where's the Juggernaut?
Oh, you want to see Juggernaut? He downstairs. You take elevator, go down.
Oh, cool, thanks. Which elevator's working again?
This guy points you towards the elevator that you saw as you crick your neck around the first time. It's like, that elevator goes down to lower levels. I'd be careful, though. I think there's fight going on.
Welcome back, Rhino security guard from the last campaign.
Gosh.
Yeah, you know
Gosh.
what? I am bringing back that NPC, whose name was Grimbus Grankshaft.
I miss
I was
Grimbus.
thinking it was Grimbus.
This is Grimbus Grankshaft 2.0. But nobody listening to this except for us three knows who that is.
I miss Grimbus. But here's the thing. Whereas Wilbur wanted to be everyone's friend, oh, we have something to bond over, let's be friends, I don't even care if I'm accidentally mind controlling you, let's go. Ozzy's like, cool, leave.
Cool, get out of my life.
Oh, you mind if we take that thing? It might come in handy down there against, have to move some stuff around, especially with the
How are we
Juggernaut
gonna
down
take
there.
a forklift with you?
Oh, you put it on the elevator.
Is it a big enough elevator that forklift could go down on, or
No, this is an elevator for people.
I figured I could ask.
Well, I mean, you do have the key, so I think this guy it'd be pretty ballsy of him to be like, no, give me the key back at this point. So I think he'll say yes, but you know that you can't take that forklift down with you.
Still gonna try.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna bring it over to.
Wait. Is Ozzy forklift certified?
Of course he is.
Wait, flip? We gotta flip to see if it's true?
Yeah, Ozzy, flip one card for forklift certification.
For one, okay.
Yeah, just one card.
All right.
This is a binary
Where are the
thing, yes or no.
cards,
Please be a success.
All right. Oh, you suck. It was a 10.
Oh!
No, you know what? With a 10, you tried to get forklift certification and you failed. You can drive a forklift fine, but you failed the written exam.
So they not gonna let me use it?
I mean, he'll let you use it. This was just a flip to see if you were certified for it or not.
This is world building.
Nothing is stopping you from driving this forklift. It's just that if OSHA comes by, they might yell at you a bit.
Oh yeah, no. So he's gonna put it by the elevator, although facing the other way, so like they can like hop on and get on it, because he wants to use it as a getaway car if need be.
Okay, that's still gonna be wit and piloting to successfully navigate this forklift into position.
Good thing. Wait, piloting? I have piloting, right?
You do.
I do. I got 2 successes.
You step in, and Felicia, while you and Carly just sort of take a little time to like look around for anything useful, Ozzy's just navigating the forklift through the warehouse. You don't do it with any style, but you do manage to successfully park it in. You do remember some of your forklift knowledge from back in the day.
All right, we good to go.
Carly is ready to go. She's like, yeah, I hope we find my dad down there.
Ready when you are.
All right, you all step into the elevator, and this new Grimbus is like, bye-bye, friends. And the elevator door shuts on him. New Grimbus was never seen again.
Cool. Anyway,
Can't wait for the credit scroll to follow up at the end of this campaign, and then we get like some epilogue for Grimbus.
It's just him like doing like laundry at home later, and he's just like, and I made new friends today. And he has an inexplicable framed photo of you two.
No, he says like some epiphany. He's like, wait a minute, they do make ostrich-shaped security uniforms.
All right, well, the elevator takes you down underneath the convention hall, and the door opens up into a hallway where you're not sure how far down you went, but you can hear now the roar of a crowd.
hey kid, does this sound familiar to you?
No, I've never been to this place before, and I mean, it sounds like one of my dad's matches, but I don't remember doing anything here.
Hey Felicia. Never mind. And he just starts to walk off.
Well, fine, screw you too.
Proceeds to start filing her nails.
Well, after that fun and not awkward moment, you walk into the hallway. It looks pretty dimly lit, like dim, moody, atmospheric lighting.
They're probably doing some weird fight thing down here.
Ozzy, you are aware, just with your intelligence, you are aware that there are numerous underground fighting rings across the universe. You've probably investigated a few yourself in your time as a detective and private investigator, but you're hearing telltale signs of like a crowd cheering people on. So you get the feeling that this is one of those situations. The sounds are coming from a door on your right, and there also appears to be a door on your left, but you don't hear anything coming in there.
I vote the left door.
All right, ladies first.
I'm just gonna walk straight through the door, I guess.
Okay, well, this door is also locked.
So I just walk right into it and just splat.
This is like, almost looks like a jail door with like a old iron rusted lock that requires a key.
So this means we need a physical key.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to reach into my animation pocket and see if I can grab a key that would fit.
Sure, that would be wit and either sneaking or space-wise.
Okay, so I'll be able to draw like 2 cards then, because I have nothing in sneaking or space-wise or wit.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 50-50. I got an ace of spade and a 5 of hearts.
I'm gonna say one success is not enough to pull out the right key. You pull out a piano key.
Butterfingers.
Carly is sort of like, wow, you can just do that even not on TV?
Of course I can, darling.
You could have pulled out a key whenever.
Of course. Well, if I can find it.
Is that including the key for upstairs that I was rummaging around for?
Maybe.
All right.
Just gives up.
Yeah, Ozzy in his head is like, that's another trick I'm gonna have to do. He's now like counting down, like, okay, I need a drink about that, I need a drink for that, I need to forget all of this.
Yeah, Ozzy's gonna get liquored up to hell and back when he is done with this
Oh
mission.
yeah, that hasn't even technically begun yet.
That's true, you're still in the investigation part of it.
To figure out who left me this note, and now I have to kill this person's dad just so I can figure out the actual investigation I need to do.
That's true, and that was an obstacle of your own making, technically.
It wasn't my making, I just accepted it. Does this door look like the one that she was able to ram through?
No, that one up there was more like... Actually, I kind of had it in my head that it was more like a corrugated metal, like, sliding door, almost like a garage. But that doesn't kind of really work when you bursted it open. Yeah, just imagine those upstairs were like thick double doors, and this is just like a padlock.
Okay, and then it's the only way forward, correct?
That you can see, at least in this part of the hallway, yes.
I'm just gonna investigate and look around to see if I can see if there's anything else around.
Alright, intelligence investigate. It's gotta be a lot, surely.
That's 9 cards.
Yeah.
That is 4 successes and 1 is the Queen of Hearts.
Damn, so 5 successes. Ozzy, first off, you hear something coming from the room on the left, which you tried to get in. You can hear some people sobbing, and inside you can hear somebody getting thwacked in the head or something. You recognize the sound of, like, something hitting a body, and you hear a muffled behind the door, "Quiet down!"
Like any window or vision thing I can look through to peep on inside?
Yeah, you know what, Ozzy? I'm going to say that you also find, like, a ventilation shaft on the left side of this hallway that you deduce might also lead into the room to your left.
Well, I'm gonna relay this information and be like, so, what do you think's a good idea to do?
I say, rush him. Let's get the jump on him.
I like the sound of that. And then he's gonna say ladies first.
I want to run, like, at the door so fast I just sort of run straight through it. Cartoon style. Just a little
Okay.
hole, me-shaped hole, right, that leaves behind.
Alright, yeah. Brawn and athletics.
4 plus 4. So I'm still healthy, that's 1.
Should be
Failure.
3
6.
for brawn, right?
That's 4, we maxed out my brawn.
Did
We
we?
made her into a complete brawler.
You have 3 for brawn. And what's your total health? 9?
Yeah.
I remember what it was. One of your ultimates is you get +1 brawn, but that should have been erased at the beginning of this session. But if you'd like to keep the +1 brawn for this one, then
Yeah, might as well.
all right, then yes, 4 and 4.
So, I got 3 successes,
Okay,
5 failures, and the Joker.
Excellente.
I don't think
Great.
it's excellent.
Well, Felicia, you charge into this door and you punch a Felicia-sized hole right in the middle of it, which maybe Carly can fit through, but Ozzy, you can't fit through that. And Felicia, on the other side of this door, you immediately run into somebody and you both fall over. And the guy you knock over is like, "Oh God, what the fuck?" And Felicia, you see that although it is knocked down now, that person had a gun.
Oh no, a gun!
How does Felicia feel about guns?
She doesn't care. She's like a 1920s, 1930s, 40s girl. She's been like a mafia-style cartoon adventure. So there's definitely been episodes where she's just straight up using a Tommy gun or being shot at by one. To her idea, that's what guns are.
Right. But you do find that strange considering the security above you, even the guy with the forklift, did not have guns on them. As you get up and try and, like, dust yourself off on the floor, this guy is like, "Holy shit, intruders!" And he takes out a walkie-talkie. He's like, "Yeah, calling up. I need backup at the left prison wing right now."
Prison here?
Felicia, you are inside the room, so you can see inside this room. There are makeshift cells, and you can see some people huddled in them. But that's all you can see before this guy holds his gun up at you, Felicia, and says, "Freeze!"
Can she just respond by like forming an ice cube around her?
I don't.
Okay.
Because you know.
Sure. I think that would. Alright, what the fuck do we do for turn into Ice Cube? Charm survival? Does that make sense?
Charm is 3. I have nothing in survival. 1 because I'm healthy. I have a King of Hearts and 3 failures. Can we say that's enough, please?
Yeah, you know what? You just sort of like lightly turn your skin a little blue. This guy does not seem amused at all.
But my cartoon characters, we're supposed to make people laugh.
This guy has no humor.
It's Eddie from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the beginning before he changed.
Yeah, but like if like he never went through his character journey and became evil. But also that's like Ozzy, so.
I'm not evil.
Oh god, no, Ozzy being kind of a douche right now, being paired with a cartoon character is just Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
That's true. I honestly, though, was. If Felicia was not able to get out of the way of the forklift, you would have been run over like Judge Doom and just spring back up.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, this is just Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but in space.
brother, I sound just
I can't do the voice.
Remember me, Ozzy?
when I killed your partner. I sounded just like this.
Gosh.
Goddamn. See, Ozzy, if you brought your dip gun, then there would have been no problems.
I don't know how to respond to that. You mean my dip gun?
If you had...
Oh, that- oh,
dip,
gosh,
Yeah, dip.
okay.
Yeah. It's dip!
Gosh.
Ozzy, you have distinct memories of a tuned shoe being murdered in front of you by being dipped in dip.
This now all implies that I potentially have like a super sexy girlfriend.
Well, hey,
Congrats.
You know, we did create a female love interest for my character.
That's
who looks
true.
like a bunny.
yeah. And I think...
Let's make her into now like a Playboy bunny style, like looking kind of character.
Yeah, I figured...
She's still like Bonnie
Bunny or something.
Yeah, she's still named that, but now she's just a human with like bunny ears and then like fishnet stockings and such.
Gotcha. I figured that she would have gone down like the dolled up Playboy bunny style anyway, but just an actual bunny. But I like the...
Well, because I remember we created the other we created her male love interest who was like, fuck, I can't remember his name. We had a fun name for him.
I have it written down here somewhere. Okay, so it was Betty Bunny, and
okay.
I have Lynx Floyd. Is that right?
Yeah, Floyd!
Yeah, Lynx Floyd. I forgot about Lynx Floyd.
Lynx Floyd is like, generic cartoon character. Betty is just like complete sexy woman.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. And Lynx is like, hi, I'm here too. It
Floyd is like a lot more...
is the Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit dynamic, except it's a throuple with you.
Floyd is very much greaser wannabe mafia kind of energy. He's got all like that swagger and like pizzazz.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Enough world building.
Yeah. Anyway, back in the present, someone's holding the gun at you, Felicia. You froze a little bit. They do not seem impressed one way or the other. Ozzy, you can't exactly get into the room right now because the Felicia hole is a little... I shouldn't put it like that. Because the hole in the door is too small for you. But you might be able to try and reach your neck in and try and, like, unlock it from the other side. Wait, you know what?
Okay.
Wait, why would you be able to do that? Why would you be able to unlock a prison door from the inside? That doesn't make sense.
The only thing
You can reach
reach
your neck in, I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say that, or like use my telekinesis to get the keys if need be.
Sure.
If I can't like unlock them that way,
Yeah, whichever way you want to go.
I'll try to use my neck.
All right.
That seems funny.
To poke your head in, I think that's going to be agility and melee,
Great.
which I know you have lots of points in.
I have neither. I have one agility and one melee. Do I still get the +1 melee if I'm not using the club?
No, you have to use the item to get the bonus.
No, I'm just using my beak. Screw it. It's funnier that way. I got one success. Let's go. It's the only card I got.
Ozzy, you poke your head in like, hey, I'm here. You can now see into the room. Felicia's being held up at gunpoint. I think from this vantage point, I don't know if you're going to be able to still get the door open, but your head is in the room at least.
Okay.
I think this guy is gonna be like, all right, you two, I don't know how you guys got down here, but if you surrender to me right now, we'll be A-okay.
Why would we do that?
This guy does not respond to that. This does not seem like a persuadable person at the moment, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to get any information out of him.
I'm not persuading, I'm just asking him a question.
I'm gonna look at him.
He's telling us to surrender, and I'm asking why.
And he's not gonna tell you.
He's asking us to surrender.
Yeah, that's the offer on the table. Surrender or, well, he's got a gun, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
And I'm a
hey,
cartoon
hey,
character.
Look, we're just trying to bring the Juggernaut's daughter to her dad. Like, she got lost and stuff, and we just want to bring her back. Like, look, we're just trying to do a good deed. I can even show you my credentials if need be. But I obviously kind of can't, because... And he's gonna, like, I was gonna say he's gonna shrug his shoulders, but, like, you can't see him shrug his shoulders.
That's true.
He's a bird.
Yeah. So you want to see the Juggernaut, huh? I think that can be arranged. Ozzy, behind you hear more guards running up towards you. And Felicia, this guy in the prison with you, still got his gun trained directly on you. And sort of like walks forward a bit and sort of like nudges you, Felicia, to get into the corner.
I don't know what to do. I mean, do I stick my head back out? Ozzy's just gonna put his feathers up.
Alright, so Ozzy is surrendering.
Okay, surrender. I mean, like, his head's through a hole with the rest of his body's on the back.
Alright.
My character's frozen.
That's true. You never unfroze. That's fair. Alright. Alright.
She unfroze for like a second to ask the question, then went right back to her previous state.
Oh, okay. Ozzy, you feel a stun gun go into your back.
Does it go off?
Yes. You are tased, and you fall unconscious.
Okay.
Felicia, this guy in front of you knocks you in the head with his gun. You fall unconscious. And the last thing you hear before you fade out of consciousness completely is Carly screams. And that is where we'll end this episode of Live, Laugh, Loot.
Let's go.
We surprisingly
go.
didn't enter the combat this time.
Nope.
No, we almost did.
Almost. You were in tense situations for sure, and I guess you kind of were in pseudo-combat with the forklift guy.
Let's put a lot of quotes on that one.
Yeah. It was not an exciting fight, but it was like you were adversaries in that encounter, if we want to put it that way.
Gosh. Now, I'm just kind of amazed now that, like, as I'm sitting back, I'm like, wow, this really is just freaking Roger Rabbit.
Man, the convention staff must be really mad right now that one of their stars kind of just walked off.
Yeah. Quick star wipe to the convention. You see somebody like, has anybody seen Felicia Fox? She's supposed to be here.
The Q&A that she was supposed to be at.
Yeah, like, you just see all the other characters from your show are at the Felicia Fox Q&A, but you're missing. And some nerds like, in episode 12B, why did Felicia transform into a spider to scare the giant space elephant when everybody knows that space elephants are afraid of space mice? That's clearly bad writing, and I hope somebody was fired for that blunder.
Gosh.
And the characters,
I don't like that this got too serious. This got too real.
Yeah. And Felicia, all your co-stars, I don't know if you would call them co-stars or just castmates.
It's simultaneously co-stars and castmates.
Yeah.
Because there's Floyd and Betty, who are her actual real life partners, who are reflected as such in their show. But then there's like the police officer antagonist, who's very much just a chill coworker.
Yeah,
and is only the antagonist in context of the show.
Yep. Officer Melvin Meeks, that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they, and maybe like one or two other regular supporting
Recurring
characters.
side characters we didn't create yet.
Yeah. Are just not even really fielding the questions well. They're just sort of stammering like, well, you see, because they're all like, actually.
None of them are writers, they're just actors.
Oh, yes, but also they're all very worried about you because you haven't shown up.
This implies I sort of just walked off, didn't say goodbye to either of my partners, and didn't and sort of left them.
That's, yeah.
I mean, at least you didn't watch every single friend you ever have die.
Poor Wilbur.
Like, literally
Yeah.
everything, everyone. Oh my gosh, wait, yeah, that is true.
Because Eichel just sort of disappeared from reality.
Eichel disappeared.
Eichel
He's the one
disappeared.
died in front of him.
Yeah, and he was
Twice, technically.
Twice,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's gonna-
twice technically.
twice.
Yeah. Wilbur's best
Jr.
friend, Wilbur Jr., Nick Dastard, the cop that was following you around and was like your best bro. He was the first. And
Yeah, he was the
died,
first.
he died horrifically. He got alien's chest bursted
Yeah.
by a cheese monster. None of this is gonna like make sense to anybody, but
Yeah, but that
times.
is. Gosh, Wilbur had a wacky world. God, did I just accidentally make a Freddy? Hold on. Did I just make JoJo in this world?
Yeah, I was about to say Wilbur's Bizarre Adventure.
yes, that is exactly what
Wilbur-
that
oh
is
my-
exactly
I-
what we did.
I accidentally
Wilbur
made
used the
Wilbur's
power of a
wacky-
stand.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Wilbur's. Oh my god!
Wilbur's a JoJo.
Oh my lord.
He's a
I don't-
Joseph Joestar or a Josuke.
Oh gosh, he's Jotaro.
Well, I think he puts up the front of being
I'm sorry, you're taking this happy-go-lucky character and comparing him to Jotaro.
Actually, you're right. He's Joseph.
Well, yeah. Well, I think he like puts up the front of being like a Josuke, but on like the inside, he's got like the Jotaro angst.
I wouldn't say he really has the angst. I'd say it's more so he's more Josuke, but like he has more of the Jotaro storyline where like, oh wow, everything's awful.
Yeah.
And he doesn't swear.
But yeah. Yes, that's true. Outwardly, he's
Or
very,
calls mom a bitch.
Yeah, no. If you called your mom a bitch in front of Wilbur, he would literally. That might just.
He would take you to the timeout corner and then proceed to tell you you're not allowed to play the arcade games anymore.
Yes. Anyway, time to talk about what I liked about this session.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can set your hero points to 1 from because you both get a hero point from me because this was a very fun session.
Yep.
And you two are really cool. I think I'm going to say that every time, as it's my default. You get hero points from me because you're cool. And Ozzy, why was Felicia your hero today?
The freaking Roger Rabbit thing. Like, immediately I was like, oh, I love everything about this. Like, I was even thinking I didn't even realize that's what I was thinking of at first. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? And whenever you're like, sinking down as like the forklift goes over you, I'm like, I know this for something. I like this. And then my childhood said, hi, I love you. And I said, hey, childhood, I probably shouldn't have watched this when I was a kid.
Oh, definitely
I should not have watched Who Framed Roger. But yes, that moment, like specifically, I was like, this is good.
So Felicia, hero point to you because Roger Rabbit.
Yay.
And Felicia, what's something Ozzy did today that was heroic or cool or fun or that you want to reward?
I want to reward his dedication to his character and just how he's presenting them. Because he's very much this cold-hearted, like, son of a bitch, and I kind of love that. Even the point where he sort of generalizes what I'm capable of just by my existence, and somehow gets offended after borderline offended. I love that little aspect of what he's doing here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. It's obviously, if you were actually like that, that'd be bad. But playing as that character is just, it works so well. And it is, it is a very nice contrast to Wilbur.
Oh yeah, he is. He says what he thinks. He's abrasive, but also at the same time, he's very emotional. But he's not going to yell unless you're the,
a corn dog snatcher,
the one that got away.
You
got the forklift murderer though.
Okay,
that one did get captured.
Oh, so do I have the anti-Joker next? By the way.
Yes. We should. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you listening to this podcast, once per session, one player can, if a Joker pops up, they can do the anti-Joker, which is just that Joker gets negated, which you saw when did that happen this session?
It was pretty early on. It was he got nothing but failures and a Joker. And so he was just like, and he was just saying like, you could stop this,
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was something bad.
Anyway, that's just that mechanic, which we didn't do the first time because we kind of forgot to give it to somebody.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Live, Laugh, Loot. We're currently using the Space King system, developed and published by Supertry Studios. You can learn more about this game or buy it yourself at supertry.itch.io/spacekings. Follow us on Blue Sky at livelaughloot.bsky.social or email us at livelaughlootpodcast@gmail.com. Our intro music is Out of Control by Chill Carrier, and our outro music is One Point to Another by Rocket Max. See the episode description to find out what other songs played this episode or to check licensing information. To learn more about this podcast or listen to more episodes, check us out at livelaughloot.libsyn.com.